So today we just wanted to talk about wisdom, because wisdom is one of the 10 perfections, and it's something that does need to be developed. And so the Buddha has explained in his teachings that wisdom comes from understanding what is actually going on. In order to understand what is actually going on, one needs to develop one's own mindfulness. With your mindfulness, you can start to see beyond what your ideas and opinions are, beyond what your feelings are, beyond what you expect to happen, like your expectations, and beyond your perceptions. You can start to see things as they really are. And that is really what Buddhism, or the practice, is pointing you to. So it's a very personal and internal practice that you need to undertake yourself. You can obtain the theory of wisdom, and you can obtain information about how things are by reading lots and lots of books. You can hear the law of dependent origination and karma. However, the real wisdom that changes one's way of thinking of the world, changes one's way of behaving towards oneself and towards others, real wisdom comes from actual practice, from putting into practice all the theories. And it's very confusing. You think, well, should I be like this, or should I be like that? Should I be compassionate here? Should I be forgiving? Should I be avoiding this person? Should I not be avoiding them? You know, it's quite confusing. And generally, we go on our habit, we go on our past experience. However, it may not be correct what we're doing. So wisdom brings it back. The practice of perfecting wisdom, brings it back to dropping all of that and saying, okay, let me start again with a fresh slate. And I'm going to rely on my mindfulness. I'm going to look at what is actually happening, not what someone told me that this person is like. I'm going to see for myself, you know. And that is what brings you to wisdom, you know. So that's really what the Buddha's talking about. Seeing things for yourself, and then you can make a decision. You can say, I'm going to behave like this towards that person because that's what I have seen for myself. So it comes from mindfulness, from investigating what's actually happening, and then acting. Then you've got some ability to move and to make a decision. If I do this, this is what will happen. If I do that, that is what will happen. You know, it's not a impulsive thing that you just go on your own instinct or your behavior or your past behavior. You know, you can't go on instinct. You have to go by thorough understanding and investigation of what is actually happening. Right. So then you have to say, okay, then I'll have to develop my mindfulness. In the Pali language, it's called sati panna, because they go together. You can't have wisdom without mindfulness. Okay, you've got to have your basic mindfulness. Now, mindfulness has its own factors. So in order to practice mindfulness, one needs to be calm. One needs to have a sense of being in the present. One needs to have some morality. You need to have a level of morality so you can start to see, so you can clear what you're seeing. So yeah, that's just a small drop of information about wisdom. It's very, very important in the Buddhist tradition to investigate and develop one's own wisdom in that way. Thank you.